There's two. Okay, hit record. Oh, it is. Okay, beautiful. Say good morning. Good morning. All right. We're holding Daf Yomi with Bays towards the bottom, 10 lines from the bottom. Gufa. We are still not live. Tomorrow, Be'ez Hashem, we're going to be going live. We have the microphone. Tomorrow, we're going to go live. Everything's going to fall into place, Be'ez Hashem. Also, this whole Rosh Chodesh thing that we only have 35 minutes for Shir is not very good. But Be'ez Hashem, in our new building, we'll have minyanim before and after that coincide with the Shir. So even on Rosh Chodesh, we'll just start a few minutes earlier, and we'll have the normal amount of time, 45 minutes. Says the Gemara Gufa. Yesterday we learned Omer Ziri. Me'es le'isha b'niddah oisa mishkav u'moishav l'tamei odom l'tamei b'godim. Yesterday we had that Ziri says that a woman who we say who saw dam, and according to Chachamim, you go back me'es le'es, you go back 24 hours. You want to do this? Is it blocking that screen?
And Eli.
No, it's not going live yet. So, here, just lift me up, continue recording, and we'll... Oh, now we're live. It could be we're live. A good Chodesh, fine. If you're just joining us, thank you. All right. Hopefully this live works. And also, you know what? Raise this just in case. Record it. We're holding Daf Yomi with Beis. Today's Daf Vav. Niddah Daf Yomi with Beis. Okay. We are live. Okay. Baruch Hashem, we're back. Today, probably no one knows that we're live. They're not going to really watch. It's Rosh Chodesh. Okay. So we learned yesterday. A woman who sees dam, according to Chachamim, she's tamei. Whatever she touched, she's tamei. Retroactive 24 hours. Omer Ziri meis le'eshe b'niddah oisa mishkav u'moishav l'tamei odom l'tamei b'godim. What does that mean? If, for instance, if a sheretz touches a person, what happens to the person? He becomes tamei. What happens to that person's clothing? They don't become tamei through the sheretz. But a niddah and a zavar are so strong they have a tumah chamura that they become, even their clothing becomes tamei. Says Ziri that when a niddah touches, lies on a bed, sits on a couch, that couch becomes so tamei more than a sheretz. It has the power, like a niddah, to create tumah to the person's clothing as well. Not only the person, but the person's clothing. When Avimi came from Chazoi, he brought with him a brisa. That what? It says in the brisa, you're sitting in the wrong seat, Mr. Cole. That's it. It used to be over here, now it's by you. It's all focused. All coffee spills are focused by you. What does the Sarah boy say? We've got to focus here. We only have 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It says in the Brisa that when a niddah touches a mishkav, a moishav, she sits down on a couch. The couch only has the power, the kli that she touches, it seems like, only has the power kimaga. In other words, my lav maga loy mitama odam. Just like when she touches a kli, there's two ways to read it. That either she touches directly, or now the Gemara understands that she's touching a kli. She touched the kli, and that kli has the power only l'tame adam af mishkav lo mitama adam. Just like that kli doesn't have the power to make a person tamei, so too this couch doesn't have a power to make a person tamei. The Brisa doesn't go according to the Ziri. Ziri said that the couch is so powerful that it makes a person tamei and his clothing tamei, and over here it says no. Right? So, because typically when a kli becomes tamei, it becomes a rishon. The avatuma touches the kli, becomes a rishon. That kli doesn't have a power to make humans and other kalim tamei. Says the Gemara, Omar Rava. So now Rava comes along with a kavachomer, and in conjunction with the brisa that we just said, it's going to be a very interesting combination. A brisa and a kavachomer of Rava to explain to us, no, that a woman who we say goes backwards 24 hours of tumah, that tumah is so strong that if she sits on a couch, that couch makes a person tummy together with his clothing. What's the kavachomer? We'll say it outside. If something is very hard to make tummy, such as earthenware, it's hard to make tummy, and we'll explain why. Yet, if a niddah touches it, just moves it, shakes the table, and it moves, it becomes tamei. So certainly an object that's easy to become tamei, like a couch, becomes tamei with the oil. Certainly if a niddah touches it, it should become tamei. Says the Gemara, "V'tizber kavachomer."
Why does it close eyes?
Uma kli cheres hamukav tzamid pasul. Hanitzo b'oil hameis. Here's the pasuk. It says in the pasuk, "V'chol kli pasuach." If you have an open kli, referring to earthenware, this kli right over here is open. Earthenware that's open. Now, earthenware is very interesting. It's different than other kalim. It's not mikabel tumah from the outside, but it's mikabel tumah from its aver, from its ear. You have to. So let's say a niddah, she puts her finger into the kli, the whole kli becomes tamei. So it's mashma v'chol kli pasuach if it's open. If it's closed in the new building, the screen, if it's closed, then this kli does not become tamei by touching it. So how does it become tamei? It becomes tamei by heset. Heset means moving it. If she shakes it, she moves it, even without touching it, it becomes tamei. But this is a very difficult kli to make tamei. So if a niddah has the power to make it tamei by moving it, kli cheres hamukav tzamid pasul. You see, it's mukav. It's closed. It's sealed with a tzamid pasul. Einay nitzel b'meis le'eis shebenida. And if a niddah who is tamei, because we go back time out, if she goes backwards 24 hours tumah because she just saw dam. Chacham say she goes back 24 hours. She's able to be metamed. How? Sticks in Rashi heset. You must say heset. You can sit down here. Mishkavos u'moishavos. So couches, beds. This kli, if it's inside a room, that's somebody who's nifter in. A lot of people died yesterday. A lot of tragedies. Many. A guy fell off a cliff. There's many in every community. There's people that died. A guy got killed in a father of three. A lot of things. Okay. Anyways, talking about death. It was a bad day yesterday for Klal Yisrael. So this kli does not become tamei if it just sits in a room with a dead person, but a couch does become tamei if it sits in a room with a dead person. So certainly the couch should become tamei if a niddah moves it. And udin shein nitzalim meis le'eshev niddah, as the Gemara, and that what? That this couch should make tumah, that if a person touches it, his clothing also become tamei. Says the Gemara, wait a minute, he just brought a brisa, and the brisa says that it's not tamei to be metama a person. Zog the Gemara, ema mishkava mishava kimaga atzma. We didn't read it well. When we said maga, not that she touched the kli and that kli doesn't have the power. No, she herself is touching.
Not that she touched the person.
Not that it's once removed, that she touched this kli and then a person touched that kli. No, she's the direct contact. And direct contact of a niddah, she has the power to make a, look at this fancy stuff. Yeshua went ahead and bought for Rosh Chodesh. Wow. Oh, somebody brought. Wow. You have no idea what it does to Yeshua when somebody brings something. Even a jar of coffee from America makes him excited for 4 days. Now, no, that's the wrong one. Wrong one. We're recording from here. You know what? We'll go like this.
There we go.
Shkoyach. Okay.
There we go. There you go.
Please don't film me eating.
Okay. So we have a right to Rava. It says, "Haroyu dam mitama meis leis." If a woman sees dam, according to Chachamim, we have 3 shittas in the Mishnah. According to Chachamim, she's tamei retroactive 24 hours. Now, umahi mitama mishkavis and moishavis. Now we're going to go through a list. What exactly is this woman mitama? She's mitama a couch. Achlin umashkim, food and drink. Ukli cheres hamukav tzamid pasal, like we explained before. Because the again, real quickly, a zav who touches a kli cheres from the outside is not mitama. Yet the Torah says that if he touches it, it's tamei. Now you don't have to touch. The big issue is a zav doesn't need to touch it. As if he sticks his finger into the kli, the avir mitoicha is mitama. So why does the Torah say he touched it? On the outside it doesn't count. On the inside he doesn't need to touch. Why does the Torah say touch? To tell us this halach of hesed, moving, shaking it, that makes it tamei. Ve'ena mikulkeles iminyana. This is one of the scariest sugyas in Shas. Is brought down. This sugya is brought down in Avos that this is Heinein Gufei Torah. This is it. We're not going to get into the sugya, but we had this in Erechin, and a very, very brief introduction. Obviously, we're going to get into it later in the Masechta. Real quickly, Niddah Iraisa. A Niddah is tamei for 7. She has her period of Nidus is 7 days. Don't confuse it with what we do today. In other words, if a woman sees blood 1 day, 7 days in a row, it doesn't matter. She goes to the mikvah on night 7, she's tahor to her husband. Even if she saw 5 minutes before she went to the mikvah, she is tahor. Then starts a new period called ziva, 11 days of blue, ziva, 11 days. Very, very different. If she sees dam 1 day, she goes to the mikvah the next day. She's shemeres shem. If she sees dam 3 days, she's a zava g'dayla, and she has to keep 7 clean days, and that's what we do today. We're machmer. We pretend she's a zava g'dayla. So very big nafkamina. If she's in this period, so even if she sees 3 straight days, she could go to the mikvah on day 7, and she's good. What if she sees 1 day over here? She cannot go to the mikvah. She has to wait 7 days. But in this period, if she sees 1 day, she can go to the mikvah right away. And if she sees 3 days, she has to wait 7 days. What the problem is, what if a woman doesn't know where she is? She's confused. She doesn't know if she's in this period or this period. What does she do? That's the sugya of mikalkeles minyana. What does it have to do with us? This woman sees dam, and we're going retroactive. Does the retroactive count for her days? What days? Is she in the week before? Is she in the 11? Is she in the 7? Says the Gemara, no. When she sees dam and we go retroactive 24 hours, it's only to passel stuff that she touched. Nothing to do with her husband and nothing to going with the mikvah. Don't get confused. Don't let this mess you up. When she sees dam, that's her beginning of Niddah, let's say. And that's it. Now, her husband is with her, and now you just said that she retroactive is 24 hours, so maybe your husband is, if her husband was with her yesterday, so now a man that's with a Niddah becomes like a Niddah, 7 days of Tumah. Now all of a sudden he has to go to the mikvah, he has to do this whole Tyra thing, because she was telling me 24 hours ago. No, she wasn't telling me 24 hours ago. Her food that she touched was tummy 24 hours ago. She herself wasn't enough tummy to make her husband tummy. Doesn't make her avat tumah. What? Oh, we're going to see. Not so much a knas. Knas, yeah, gzeira. Why is there a knas? Yeah. All gzeira derabana. Rabbi Akiva says no, it's strong enough to make her husband tummy lemafreya. Everybody agrees she only starts counting her Niddah days from today. You don't go back 24 hours because that was the knas, that was just a derabana. Now, haray kesem, if she sees a stain, not real blood, that's worse.
We have the Orzerua and all that.
What? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. If she sees a kesem, mitam lemafreya. Because again, like we explained yesterday, a stain, we have no idea when it came there. Blood, I know, I just found it now. But a stain is very possible that was there 2 weeks ago. So Memela, It's Metamel Mafreya. What is Metamel Mafreya? She's Tamei all the way to the time that she washed her clothing. Umay Metamel, and what's the list? Achalim Mashkim, food and drink, Mishkavis and Mishavais, couches, Ukli Cheres, Amugav Tzom and Pasil. She's Metamel Beheset, even the earthenware. Umikul Keles Minyana. Over here she does, because now we don't know when she had that stain, and Memela, it messes up her counting. We don't know what week she's in Bechlal. We have no idea if she's in the period of Ziva or in the period of Niddah. You go backwards to her husband is Tamei all the way back to when she washed her clothing. But she starts counting her Niddah days from the time that she saw the Kesem. What? Yeah. But we have a brisa like Rava. When it comes to Truma, we don't know what to do. We don't burn it. Anyways, you see from here that a woman who is Tamei, the retroactive Tuma of 24 hours, she has the ability to be Mitama a couch, to be Mitama Begadim, a person in Begadim. That's what it says in this brisa, like Rava. Which really, Rav is not Rava. Rav is said like Zeiri, but Rav is the one that brought the Kavachomer. Now, the Gemara asks a bomb question. V'Rava. Again, what does Rava say? Rava has a Kavachomer. If earthenware, which is very hard to make Tamei, becomes Tamei when a Niddah moves it, so certainly a couch, which is easy to make Tamei, it becomes Tamei in oil. Certainly if a woman touches it, moves it, it should become Tamei. Where did Rava get his idea of a klicheres that a woman touches it, moves it, becomes tummy? How does he know it? The only place that's mentioned anywhere is right here in this brisa. Guess what? The brisa also says that a couch has enough tumah to make a man in his clothing tummy. So what do you need Rava for? What did Rava add to the brisa that we don't know beforehand? V'Rava ishmi alei masnisa le'masnisa. Let him just say, oh, by the way, I have a brisa. Why does he have to pretend that he has a kavachomer that he invented? V'loishmi alei masnisa. And if you never heard the brisa, kavachomer minole. Where does he even know the concept of klicheres that's sealed without the brisa? He only knows it starting with the brisa. That's where he got the whole idea from. Says the Gemara, lo'ilam shmi alei masnisa. No, he did hear the brisa. V'imi masnisa avamina oy adam begadim. I wouldn't know that the couch has enough power to make a person so tamei that his clothing on him also becomes tamei. I would think the brisa means a man or his clothing, either or, not both. No, it's two categories. Adam, kelim ubgadim. What? Yeah. Right, but if it says it in the brisa, it says Adam begadim, so I would think either or. I wouldn't be so positive that means both. I could be doichik. Says Rava
to make begadim, meaning two steps. A rishon to make a sheni.
No.
Or each.
We're saying that it's so powerful. It's a tumah chamura, like a tumah of a Niddah herself. The couch is so tummy. This is so tummy that if a person touches it, his jacket becomes tummy on the spot. And we're saying that perhaps the brisa meant that if the begadim but not just an av. She's yeah.
That makes it a rishon.
No, but on the spot, the beged of that person also becomes tamei without touching. Direct tumah to the beged. It goes right into the beged. Now, if it's possible, the brisa meant to say that if the beged. This is the Niddah's hand. If she touches a man, he becomes tamei. If she touches the beged becomes tamei. But if she touches the man, the beged does not become tamei. Maybe comes Rav and says, no. I'll bring you a kavachomer that even if you touch the person, that directly makes the beged tamei. Again, if a sheretz touches, time out. I explained this before, because if a sheretz touches a person, his beged does not become tamei. Right? Only a Niddah has the power. Niddah and a Zava have a power of Tumah Chamura to make the beged also tamei.
It's on the same level.
Either or. What?
The beged.
Right now? When?
After the Niddah touches a person.
Whatever the person is. What's the person?
So whatever the person is.
Yeah, that's the beged is. Yeah.
It's a rishon?
Yeah. Some Rishonim say it's not a real kavachomer, it's like a memetzinu, but anyways. Omer Avuna. Nusugya, Rabbi Sai, Chaim, Nusugya. This that we say that a woman has so much tumah that she goes backwards 24 hours, midrabanan, is only when she's talking about kachim, but not truma. Let's keep on going. All kashas will hold now because we have 15 minutes for two amud. Listen to Gabi Mailois. There's a Mishnah Chagiga that tells you what's the difference between kodesh and truma, kachim, korbanos, all that stuff. Lachmi toida, like we're saying. Anything the Beis Hamikdash kachim. Truma is a different level. The Mishnah gives you all the differences. The Mishnah doesn't mention a thing about a woman who's a Niddah that goes back 24 hours. She has the power to make kachim tameh, but not truma tameh. That should be one of the examples in the Mishnah, and it doesn't say it there. Says the Gemara, I'll tell you why. If there's a real direct connection to Tumah, it says it in the Mishnah. As you mentioned a second ago, we're talking about going back 24 hours, the Gemara explained yesterday, is a Gzeira, the Rabbanan. It's a penalty, it's nothing to do with Tumah. Midaraisa, she's not Tameh at all. She's Tameh from this moment forward. Why is she Tameh? Because they gave her a penalty. Why? Because we want people to be makbid on Safek Tumah, whatever the reason is. But she's not really Tameh. Mela doesn't belong in that Mishnah. Meisvei. Maimatamo. What does this specific woman, who we go backwards 24 hours, what kind of Tumah does she do backwards 24 hours? Now, if you just read Oichlem Mashkim, you don't have to be a big lamdan. It means everything, all foods. So that would be a question on what we just said. Also truma. My lab the kodesh the bein truma loy the kodesh. So we have to stick in parentheses when it says oichel mashkin. It's a little bit of a doichak, but we have to stick in. It means only kachim, not truma. Let's go to a stronger raya. Tashma. Yehuda Omer. There's a machlokes. A woman kohen, a kohenes.
Truma we said toilet.
What?
Before.
Yeah.
We said toilet.
Okay. Where?
That's only from Makodesh, you're saying?
Yeah, Avada Toilim, because this is Toilim. It's only the Rabbanan, so it's Toilim anyways. A Kohenes who's about to eat Truma, she must do a B'dika. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Af b'shas avarasim lecha b'truma. Even when she finishes eating what? Truma. It says Mefurish Truma, when she's done. We need to understand, why does she need to do a B'dika? She already swallowed it. So what's your b'dika going to help? Omer of Chizda, lo nitzrucha l'taken shirayim b'fonel, the leftovers. Oh, so it seems like that you go backwards, retroactive, and you make whatever, even the leftovers. If I find that she's tummy now, so whatever she had left over from an hour ago is also tummy. So you see that going backwards affects even truma because we're dealing with truma. Melecha b'truma. Says the Gemara, no. Ravuna Masni Lisrov Shirayim should be Yodel. Shebatka Atzmo Kashir Veses. Very interesting. He says we're talking about over here. The word Veses is not referring to the Veses that we know, a period, but it's referring to a time, meaning right away. Rashi says the word Veses over here means immediately. Rashi goes into gory detail. What does immediately mean? It means like if a woman is standing with a bdika cloth during relations to have a bdika, the time that it takes for the man to withdraw till the bdika, that's what miyad means. That, however many seconds that is, that's veses. In this case, mimela. Says Ravuna, we're concerned that perhaps she has to do bdika now because maybe now she has truma in her hands. And mimela, you can't even eat it tomorrow because maybe she touched it now. That's what Rashi says. Okay. Toshma. Another thing. Another raya. Maisa v'asa. Oh, I got it. Maisa. There's a story. V'asa Rebbe ki Rebbe Eliezer. What happened? Explains Rashi what the story was. There was a woman who didn't have a period for 3 times in a row. That's like a chazaka. All of a sudden, she sees dam. Now what? So, Rebbe Eliezer holds dayashata. Dayashata means from this moment on she's tameh because she's not a woman that has dam. She's like the nursing woman that we said yesterday. This woman already established she doesn't see dam. Now that she has dam, it's from this moment on. Say chacham mapitom. If she's a woman, an older woman after menopause, so it makes sense. She doesn't see dam, but she's a young woman. She's a nara. So Mela, we have to go retroactive like every woman. There was a Maisa, a woman shows up, a young woman shows up to Rebbe. I saw dam. How much do I have to go backwards? He says, the halacha, like Rebbe Eliezer, let me give you from here on out. Nothing retroactive. Okay. All of a sudden, what did I do? Omar Kedai Rebbe Eliezer. We don't pass it like Rebbe Eliezer. Why did I tell her this halacha? So he says, you know what? I could use Rebbe Eliezer. Listen, says Rashi. There's famine. There's no food in the street. So I'm going to start making people throw out food 24 hours retroactive food that she touched. It's Shatzat Chak. Okay, I made a mistake, but in this condition, it's not such a bad mistake. Fine. Vavinam ba my lachash and we're holding that Vavim days. 10 minutes. That's our usual. 10 minutes from the base. That's typical. We're on schedule. You could even start asking questions lightly, slowly, but yeah. Vavinam ba my lachash and and we have another ma'aseh, more agadita. What does it mean after he remembered? If you remember that the halacha is not like Rebbe Eliezer, who cares if there's a famine? Halacha is halacha. Rebbe Eliezer out the window. The halacha is chacham. We're passing like chachamim. You have to go retroactive. The halacha wasn't established. No shulchan aruch yet. So what? But he wanted to use Rebbe Eliezer, but Rebbe Eliezer goes against Chachamim. Okay, but the halacha wasn't established yet. But we do know that the halacha is like Rabbim usually, but it wasn't established. So since it's in the in-between period, so he grabbed onto a yachid, and he used that. Now, what's the simple question? What are we trying to get to? This truma in the time of Rebbe. Okay, it makes sense. Rebbe didn't live in the time of Beis Hamikdash, but they kept truma. There's no Beis Hamikdash. So what kind of kachim are we discussing? So obviously we're discussing truma. That's a big problem. We said that you don't go retroactive by truma. You only go retroactive by kachim, and there was no kachim in the time of Rebbe.
So you see that his concern was for truma retroactive.
You see that his concern was for truma retroactive, and you go backwards 24 hours. That's the halacha. You just passing on the Rebbe. You don't have to go retroactive because of Shatzat Chak. You made a mistake, but you should go 24 hours in truma. So the Gemara could do ula, damula, chaveraya. There's a concept called a chaver, somebody that accepts upon himself to deal with food as kachim, even though there's no Beis Hamikdash. They believe, they were hoping the Beis Hamikdash yibana b'meheira v'yameinu. It's going to happen today, and memela they kept certain things like wine and oils, different things, as kachim. Mitkan beglila hochenami b'mei Rebbe. So too in the time of Rebbe they kept this. So really talking about kachim and not truma. Tashma. More agadite. This is a geshmaka story. Seems like Gamliel had some money. He had shvachos, he had wine, he had all sorts of stuff. Truma. Yeah. Well, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Gamliel as Zaken. Gamliel lived in the time of Beis Hamikdash. So now there was kachim in his time. Taisa says this. We're talking about, he goes into which Gamliel as Zaken. Fine. Now she was baking breads. What kind of breads? Truma. Truma is going to be a problem for us that we say that you don't go backwards on Truma. On Truma, you only from here on out when she sees down. Listen to this. She's a shifcha. She washes her hands to get the dough off her hands. And does a full-fledged bedika for dam. Between breads. That's how makbid they were in those days. And she found that she had dam on the last one. Ubaz v'shalas from Gamliel. She didn't pass on herself. She went to ask Gamliel. V'amar lo kulim tmeyos. All the breads that tamei makes no sense because she did a bdika between each and every one. Amar lo Rebbe. Don't you know that I am makbid and this is how I usually do? I do bdikas all the time. Oh, I didn't know. Amar lo imkain. Why do you explain? Hitmeya kulim taris. The last bread is tamei, and all of them are taharis. But he wanted to go backwards. From the time of the finding the dam, he wanted to make all her breads tamei. How? On Truma you don't go tamei, you don't go retroactive.
The last one he says.
What?
You don't even have to say that. He says the last one he said is tamei. going back on the last one.
No, he was paying.
No, I'm saying you don't have to go to the retroactive with other breads, retroactive on this bread.
Yeah, it's retroactive on the last one.
Why do you go retroactive on this bread?
Tani Mias, Kikore Shel Truma. Says the Gemara, my Truma slachmi toida. Right? If a person, and this happened to a person, and he wants to give thanks to Hashem, so he brings a carbon toida, together with the carbon toida, he brings 40 breads, the famous thing, every time we say it, we mention, why 40 breads? Because you have to bring all your friends to finish it. What kind of breads? You bring chametz, 10 chametz, 30 matzah. The chametz equals in weight, the 10 of the chametz is as much as the 30 of the matzah. And she was mafresh truma. And it's lachmi toida. What's lachmi toida? What category is lachmi toida? Kachim. Memela, that's why you go backwards, retroactive. As the Gemara, trumas lachmi toida, ba'afiyah my baya. She's baking the bread now. When do you give truma? When you're done baking. So why is she? What is she doing with truma right now? Why does she even have truma? She has dough in front of her, not bread. Says the Gemara, we have to be talking about that she decided to be mafresh when it was dough. Crazy. Instead of making 40 breads and they're going to fall all over the place, he takes the same amount of dough, makes one giant bread. Levi was with me. We went to see how you make lachmi toida. The guy made a giant lechem toida, like the size of this table. 10 isarin of lechem toida. And then 3 smaller ones that are 3 and a third isarin. Is that okay? Yes. Yotza. It's not the best. You should make 40 breads, but if you made 4 instead of 40, how's that okay? Now you need 40. Lemitzvah. It's better to do it. Now you have to take truma, and you can't take truma from a very large bread. Why? Cut off a piece. No, you can't cut off a piece. It has to be whole. Must be talking about that the bread is whole because you took off truma some ice, you took off truma when it was dough. We're talking about the shifcha took off truma when it was still dough, and so we're talking about truma, but we're talking about kachim, we're talking about hegdish, we're talking about the bread. Tashma shuv maisa, another maisa b'shivcha sherim gamliel shoysa gofa chaviyah shel yayin. She was sealing. She was filling in the holes of the barrels with cement. I thought over there. Now I'm noticing. I thought over there by dough, she was trying to remove the dough from her fingers for katzitza. I don't know why I thought that. Maybe I saw it somewhere. But over here, it seems like she was rinsing her hands for what? I'm not exactly sure. For some sort of tara, and then she did a bdika. Maybe because for sure wine maybe will mess things up over there. And she found that the last barrel that she's Tommy the same owner, Rabbi Gamliel. Same story, Rabbi Isai. How can you make all the barrels Tomei? I did a bdika in between each and every one. Okay, I need to make a kulim taris. If that's the case, you're right. All the barrels are tar because you did a bdika in the whole tar. Now, why in the world did this shifcha go ask a question from her master? She already knows what he paskin. She already asked him yesterday about the challah. So she's a Talmud the Chachama. She's the shifcha from Gamliel. She has no reason to stand and go ask him kashas. You have to say that one question was regarding truma and one was regarding kachim.
It's a different shifcha.
Oh. Eli, I'm see the kodesh. We're both kachim. Rabbi said these are all Talmid Chacham. These are people with brains. They don't stand go ask kashas. Just 5 lines. Rabbi said just 5 lines, and we're getting to where we need to get to. Rabbi said tomorrow is Rosh Chodesh as well. Same unfortunate time, 7:25. It looks like a shorter daf. We should be okay. There's another way to say this whole sugya. That what? We started the sugya that Ravuna said that when you go retroactive, it doesn't apply to truma. Now the Gemara says no, it applies to everything. You go retroactive, you make truma tameh, you make kachim tameh. There's no difference between truma and kachim. And what's my big proof? What we used as a question is a raya. There's a Mishnah in Chagiga that says all the differences between kachim and truma, and it's not brought down there. Obviously, there is no difference between kachim and truma, and both you go retroactive 24 hours. Only Rav Nachman, but what I do with the brisa, it says in the brisa that you don't go backwards in truma, and says the Gemara Kibla Minei Rav Shmuel. They didn't ignore this brisa; they took this brisa seriously. We have to say, Bechulin shenasu ataris kodesh. There's people that are makbid themselves on chulin. They have regular food at home, not truma, not kachim, but they, in order to get used to, like we wash our hands today. Why? We want to get used to the concept of truma, the concept of kachim. You're a kohen. You buy osem, whatever it is. You buy regalach in the store. It's regular chulin, but you want to get used to using everything in your house as truma, or even more chomer as kachim. So that's what happened there. We're talking about regular chulin, but you pretended it was taris kodesh as if it's kachim. V'loy b'chul shenasu al taris truma. But not a person who treats chulin like truma. However, if it's real truma, then you go backwards 24 hours, have a good chodesh, a wonderful day. Tomorrow, 7:25. You have to now upload it. How many people watched it live? 0.
She wanted to see if he remembered about the bleakers.
What?
She wanted to see if he remembered that she does the bleakers.
Yeah, that was a pella. How come? So maybe.